So that's Google Reader. The next thing I want to talk about is Google Alerts. Now Google Alerts basically is tied in to the search function of Google. If I go to google.com, for example, I'm going to type in Olympics. Let's see if what we... And we can see all these different things that are popping in. There's even some areas, here it is here. This here, if you watch, this thing actually scrolls down. As Google gets information, it's going to put it in this latest results stuff. So this is live. Someone just went and clicked enter, and within a minute, Google had gone in, indexed this person's information, and brought it back. So you can see here, this last one here, it was only done a minute ago. Anything that Google's search engine does, I can also say I want to get notified about. So if I go into Google Alerts, all I have to do is create a query of what I want it to do for me, or what I want it to search for. So for example, under search terms, let's say I do Olympic. Oh, I can't spell, of course it needs to know that. Olympic and skating, just for the hell of it. Now, type comprehensive means, do you want me to do everything? Do you want just blogs? Do you want news items only? Do you want videos? So comprehensive means give me everything. Now keep in mind, the Google search engine also indexes Twitter. So there's a lot of people that are doing the whole Twitter thing. So you can get notifications quite often. Once a day, once a week, as it happens. Just for the heck of it, we'll put in as it happens. Email up to 20 results. Let's do 50 so it doesn't bug me too often. And it's going to deliver it to my email account. So I'll create an alert there. So now what happens is anytime something has these two words in it, it's going to contact me. And I'll get an email within my, my inbox. And we'll come back to that a little later. This is handy because if you ever want to know when people are talking about you, right? Because, you know, as faculty members, I might be publishing something, so I want to know if anyone's talked to me or talked about my book or something like that. You can put in those terms in there as well and get that information in. I was, a couple of years ago, I was traveling through Seattle, and our flight got delayed. And I found out the reason our flight got delayed was because someone had called in a bomb threat on one of the flights. Some doctor was late, so he thought, I don't want to miss my plane, so I'll call in and say that there's a bomb on the plane, so they'll delay the plane so I can get on my flight. He made the mistake of calling a second time when he got into the airport and said, yeah, there's a bomb on this flight, blah, 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 because he still had to get to his gate. Someone happened to overhear him and contacted security, and they nailed him down pretty quick. But I always wanted to find out whatever happened to this guy, like what were they going to do for a sentencing and stuff like that. So I put the guy's name in, and for about 6 months, every time there was anything written about this guy, Google Alerts would send me an email saying, yep, here's what's happening, here's where he ended up going, and you could follow the case all the way through. Question? You know, I don't know. I haven't even tried that. When you're working with Google Search, I imagine probably it would work. When you work with Google Search, you can specify whether you want just a phrase. So for example, if I type in the phrase hot dog buns into Google Search, that will give me every page that's got hot dog buns as a phrase. It'll also say pages that have, it was a hot day, I took my dog for a walk and he ate a bun that he found on the sidewalk, because all three of those terms are part of that search query. The quotation part of search engines allows us to say, just look for the phrase. I don't care about it being a hot day and your dog eating a bun. I want the phrase hot dog buns. I would have bet that this probably does the same thing. I can't remember when I set up this other guy, how I set it up, but I'm willing to bet that I use quotations. So I was probably looking for things like bomb scare in quotations, and then the guy's name and stuff like that. So I wasn't going to get a whole bunch of different pieces of information. Did that answer the question? Yes. Okay. It does, yeah. I suspect it would use the Boolean search terms because it's Google search engine, right? So it's pretty much what it's going to be doing. I'm just going to do a quick check and see if anything's come in yet. And I'm just reloading these pages here. So nothing yet from Google Alerts. And no, slow news day, I guess. And again, what's really cool is if you take a look here where it says Manager Alerts. Oh, I didn't create one. So let's go back here. Let's create this alert. Oh, I didn't create it. No wonder I didn't get anything. So there's my my search function here. When I click on it here, this is the news stuff. This is an RSS feed now, okay? Because this is based on what I put in as a search query. I can take this piece of information, and remember under Google Reader, I can just add a URL. I can now add a URL, this URL in here, and what should happen is now anytime something's posted that matches my search query, which is the result page here, not only will I get the email, but I also have the RSS feed that I can come and look at. Does that make sense to everyone? So the information will not only get emailed to me, but because it has an RSS feed, which is this little icon up here, it will also be sent to me through Google Reader. So I don't even have to check my email. I go down here and check and see if there are any news stories. Again, I'm just going to do this and we'll see how long it takes to get some more information in. Not every page, but 99% of the websites that are out there have RSS feeds. So it's really easy to take that information and put it into Google Reader. Anything that gets indexed by the search engine, Google search engine, is available to be sent to you as a query through Google Alerts. And as I mentioned before, things like names of a books, or maybe your favorite TV show, or who's going to get picked on The Bachelor. Ooh, so I might type in Bachelor winner or Bachelor loser or whatever. Keep track of that. Because come on, some of you watch The Bachelor, right? Yeah, okay. I got suckered in last year, not this year. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's the Google Alerts. Let's have real